Okay, I am going to go ahead and do the notes again because I have a second example, and I know some people like to see the second. I'm not sure why this looks like this. Let me close it. Open it again. Okay, that looks a lot better. Okay, now in this second example, what we're going to do is we're going to find the sum of a bunch of numbers. So we're going to sum numbers from 3, and we're going to use a variable j, or in the case 1, jj. And every time through the loop, we're going to increment jj. So I'm going to say increment by multiplying by 2. So jj will take on the values 3, and then times 2 would be 6, times 2 would be 12, times 2 would be 24, and so on. And we're going to sum those numbers until jj is less than 25. So I'm going to write this out in a for loop. So I'm going to say for jj equals 3. I don't always have to start with 0. And as long as jj is less than 25, every time through the loop, I'm going to say jj equals jj times 2. Now, I said that we were going to sum the numbers, so that means I need a variable for sum. So I'm going to call that variable sum a, and I'm going to set it equal to 0. Now, let's think about this. If we sum these numbers, so the sum is going to be 3 plus 6 is 9, plus 12 is 21, and 21 plus 24 is 45. If JJ goes any higher to 48, this condition will be false, so we won't ever sum those numbers. So every time through the loop, what we're going to need to do is add the value of JJ to sum. So we're going to say sum A equals the old value of sum A plus JJ. And then I want to know what's going on here every time through the loop. So I'm going to say console.log jj equals j concatenated with jj concatenated with sum a equals concatenated with sum a. Then when we're all done with the loop, I would like to know the final value of jj. So I'm going to say something like final jj equals concatenated with jj. Then we're going to do the same thing in a while loop. So when we do this in a while loop, it's going to start the same. We're going to say var sum equals 0. But this time, remember, our initialization has to happen outside the loop. So I'm going to switch from sum A to sum and jj to j. So I'm going to say j equals 3. And I'm going to say the while j is less than 25. Then I'm going to go inside the while loop. And I'm going to do repeat the code that I have from above where I'm saying sum equals sum plus j. And then I'm going to do the console.log statement again and say j equals concatenated with j, concatenated with sum, and put a space there, equals concatenated with sum. Now, don't forget, since this is a while loop, I have to take care of the increment decrement inside the while loop. So I'll have to say jj equals jj times 2. And like before, I'm going to go ahead and give myself a console.log. This is what good programmers do. We add print statements so we know what's going on inside of our code. Our final value for jj has to be something above 25. So now let's go back to code.org. And let's go ahead and let's do this. Now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go up here and redo this comment and just say for loop example. And then I'm going to do another, I'll call this the sum example. So the first thing I'm going to do is code this as a for loop. So remember, it's bar sum A equals 0. And I'm going to say for bar JJ equals 3. JJ less than 25, and then every time through the loop, we're going to multiply JJ by 2. And I'm going to have a set of, I'm going to start with a curly bracket, and I'm going to say sum A equals sum A plus J. Okay, and now I'm going to do the console.log statement so we know what's going on inside of our loop. JJ equals concatenated with JJ, concatenated with, space, sum A equals concatenated with sum A. Okay, so that should be it for our for loop. And then after, I'm going to say console.log final JJ equals concatenated with JJ. So I think I've gotten rid of all the yellow triangles. Now I'm going to rewrite this in a while loop. So var sum equals 0, var j equals 3, console, oh no, while j less than 25, a set of curly brackets, sum equals sum plus j. Then I'm going to cheat a little bit and copy that console log from above and just edit it. I'm going to take out the A for sum A and the extra J and JJ. And as a reminder, we have to, every time through the loop, go ahead and take care of our increment decrement. So J equals J times 2. Then after we're all done, let's print the final value of JJ. Or I'm sorry, the final value of J. So I'll get rid of the JJ. Notice I stole the code from above. We like to reuse code as often as possible. And something is missing because I got a red. I'm going to take that out. Okay, there we go. Now, what we're going to see here is we should see a repeat of the lines of code above. So we saw everything that we did earlier, all that count stuff. Okay, and at the bottom, you'll see here, and then I'll move this up. Well, I guess that's as far as I can go. So you can see JJ starting at 3. The first time through, we're adding 3. I'll go to up a little bit. 3 to 3 plus 0, so that's why our sum is 3. And the next time through the loop, JJ gets multiplied by 2, and then we add the current value of sum with JJ, and our sum is 9. We multiply JJ by 2, we get 12. 9 plus 12 is 21. Multiply JJ by 2, we get 24. 24 plus 21 is 45. Now, JJ will go to 48, but when we see 48 is less than 25, I skip around and I print the final value of JJ. Now, the same thing is happening below. We rewrote the for loop as a while loop. And you can always do that. You can rewrite every for loop as a while loop and every while loop as a for loop. Okay, so now that you've gone through this and taken some notes, you should be ready to do the lesson. Thank you.